So Marico being an FMCG company, it's around 25 to 26 years now old. The sustainability is started long back somewhere 2007-8 when we drafted our purpose statement, which actually speaks about all the three important elements of ESG part of it, of sustainability. And after that, slowly the initiative started. But the real external reporting started in 2015 when we published our first sustainability report. And after that, the journey started with taking different goals in different areas. And then slowly we moved also to the integrated report. When we completed our materiality analysis, we observed that there are certain critical areas, normally we call this as material issues, which need to be incorporated in our table of targets. So definitely there are energy, climate change, water, these kind of things are definitely there. Few of our units are also carbon neutral, and this journey is going ahead. 80% of the energy what we consume is of renewable nature. But I would like to specifically speak about three interesting target areas which are part of our ESG elements. So first is called as a project upcycle. Marico being an FMCG company, our product, whether it's edible oil, coconut oil, or value-added products or foods, it has to be packed. And the packaging will happen in a plastic, different ways of plastics. And hence it becomes our important, our own responsibility to work in this particular area. If you look at the Allen Lakathar model, it speaks about various stages of a particular element which needs to be recycled in a circularity model. So inspiring through that model, we have identified 4 ways to improve the value of plastics throughout its life chain. And then it comes with the design improvement to look at improving the design to reduce the consumption. The second element is usage of recyclable material. As of now, around 95% of our material is recyclable in nature, and we aim to make it 100% by another 3 to 4 years. Third aspect is usage of recycled content in primary and secondary packaging. And fourth is, of course, an FPR. We did a very interesting project in eastern part of India to collect back our own bottles and convert into plastic pallets, which can be utilized in our own factories. This is about project upcycle. Second important project we are working on is called as contribution. We, being the biggest buyer of coconuts in India, it is our moral responsibility to work for these farmers who are cultivating coconuts. So we started a program called as Culture, which actually aims at improving the yield and remuneration of these people. So we have agronomists on our board who go and meet farmers, understand their farming practices, and help them in doing it in a scientific way. Whether it's a soil condition, water management, pesticide management, disease management, high yield variety trees. So the entire amount of knowledge which we have gathered is transferred to them. And intention is that overall, as a country, if you are able to improve the yield of coconut, then all these farmers will benefit, and then there's benefit to the country also. The third interesting area which we have recently started is called as Product Sustainability Index. So what we have done is that for every product what we are using is we are through an LCA tool we have identified the entire environmental footprint of it. That footprint is I think everybody knows that it is calculated in 8 to 10 environmental parameters. All these parameters are normalized and converted into one single number, and then it is further normalized through an economic benefit, that is the retail price of that product, so that we can compare all the products together. And basis that, then we can identify certain threshold where we can call some products as sustainable products and some products which needs an improvement. So because of these things, I think there is a huge amount of opportunity which is there in front of us to look at the formulations, look at the manufacturing practices, and then basis that we can look at how we can improve the overall footprint of our products, considering scope 1, 2, 3, and the other social elements of it. And then it will create a bigger impact rather than working on small initiatives. So with these 3 initiatives, I think a very good amount of, you can say, progress has happened. But I feel that there would be a lot of opportunities for Marico hear from others and then take it on with us. Thank you. We have thermal and electrical energy which is utilized. As of now, around 80% of our energy is coming through renewable sources. And primarily it is biofuels, wind and solar. So we aim to basically go for 100% renewables in another 4 to 5 years time. I have some interesting observations on thermal part of it. We started with long back in 2001, we converted our boiler to biofuel based. And at that time, bagasse was a predominant fuel. And as we added, of course, Thermax was a partner at that point, and today also they are our partners. But what I observed is that as we progressed and an availability of bagasse shortened, we started getting fuels like this groundnut husk, safflower husk, then straws of corn. There are many other things which are available. So, and then I wonder that all this treasure was actually getting wasted in agricultural fields, and we just got so much of value. So there's a huge potential. So along with setting up boilers for biofuels, I think there is a huge potential available to create this industry which can create briquettes for boilers, which can convert the current agro waste from fields and to an extrusion process you can convert, then it becomes a commercially viable material to give it to the industry through certain processes to make it consistent. And that will basically enable overall improvement in the agricultural field, because the farmer will also get the remuneration out of it. Coming to the electrical part of it, the thermal we have almost converted 95% of energy to biofuels, and as a policy, we are going ahead that anything new requirement will come, it has to be catered through a biofuel type of thing. In the electrical area, I think very correctly mentioned by my fellow speaker from ITC, that the policy in India will play a very, very big role if industry wanted to move to a solar area. There are many issues, whether it is related to the percentage of energy you can convert to solar, or whether it is a net metering not allowed for industries in some of the states, or there could be some limitations on the wheeling charges. So there are a lot of policies. I think WWF has got good opportunity to work with Ministry of Environment Affairs to do certain policy changes. I hope that this will come out with a positive result, and then they will streamline the policies. And because of that, probably a lot of things will come up. But I feel that there's an opportunity to improve the solar farms, because there are a lot of places these fields are available, and then people would be interested to buy electricity from them if the grid is established in the right way.
The utility scale solar farms, you are saying?
Yeah. That opportunity is still there, which we have to work it out.
Right.
But overall, I think from a typical FMCG industry, amount of electricity is in a critical area, because thermal, I think most of the companies have already moved to a biofuel. But electricity is still an area of concern to make it commercially viable, and considering the policies of government.